Right, I just thought we'd have a closer look at this Wellis MyLine Spa. It's the Venus model. We're just going to have a look at the control panel. The control system is made by Balboa. It's an American brand. I assume made in America, but of course that could be made in China and then sent back to America for distribution around the world. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's all American made at the moment. We're obviously out of a spa at the moment, so everything is upside down. What you do have though is a button here that says flip, and if we hit that, you'll see that the display is now readable from this side. Now there are LEDs here for when the jets are on, the lights are on, and the heaters in operation. And unfortunately the sun is on this a bit, I'm not getting a good video here. Lights are controlled by simply pressing the light button, and if we look you'll see a green LEDs, and you can just simply keep pressing that and it will cycle through all of the colours. There are flashing options which we've got here, and there is a fade in, fade out setting as well. Unfortunately, when you turn it off at night, and then, or if you leave it and it turns itself off at night, when you come to use it the following day, it does not remember what it was last set to. It's very much like that complaint I had about if the power goes off, there's no clock storing, you know, real-time clock backup, which on a £5 spa I thought was pretty poor. You know, really, this, when you turn it on, it should come back on in the mode that you last left it on. I pretty much always want it on the very slow fading in and out through the whole colour range, but every time you turn it on, it's you know, if you've left it for any length of time, it starts and you have to run through the default patterns until you get to the one you want, which I still forget how many presses it is, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain and really stupid and not necessary. It's, you know, it should be much better than that at that level of money. As we've gone through before, Jet 1 is the lounger. You'll see the little light come on down here. Second speed, and then off. LED here for Jet 2, and off. LED for lights is already on. Hopefully you can see it in this sun. And then if the heater is on, yeah, Jet 1's now on because it thinks we've got in it, and it's just running the filters. Now if you want to enter the what I call the service mode, it's just the adjustment mode, you need to press up or down on the temperature and then press the light button, and you'll see, well, that's now saying temperature, and the range, you probably can't see it very well, but there's an up and down arrow, and if you change the range setting it will switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius. So press it again, you go into mode, and then to access any of these modes you need to press the up or down button again. That's where you set the time. Flip is whether the flip is on or off. Lock, you can lock the control panel so kids don't play with it. Hold, now this is a very useful function for when you want to change the filters. Whatever it's doing, if we select hold, and it says holding for 60 minutes, and give it a second and the pump will go off, and that allows you 60 minutes to, yeah, that's gone off, so no pumps are running at all, the ozone's just stopped. That allows you time to remove the cover, take out the sliding filter tray, and replace the filters, and that will carry on saying holding, you know, for 60 seconds. I don't know whether that counts down, it probably does. But if you've finished, you just press another button and it will start up again and go back to normal. So yeah, press temperature up or down and cycle through various options. Can't remember what the filter options were. Preferences, utilities, and then back. And if you just leave that to flash on the temperature, it will stop. You can see the heater lights flashing now because it's dropped by half a degree, and that will quickly warm that up. It would have been nice if it had the LCD touch display. The buttons can be a bit of a faff, especially when you're sat in one of the seats and you're reaching over and you're stabbing at where you think the buttons should be. But yeah, really, it's not a major problem. I'm sure in a few months, 6 months time, the touchscreen units will be pretty much standard on all except the basic spars. You could change this out. As I say, it's all Balboa equipment, and I think the manufacturer then has their own, or the supplier has their own label printed that goes over the display. You could swap this out for the wireless version, and that links up with your smartphone, but I think that was a 300 quid option if you were buying it from new for them to include. But I don't think it's worth having particularly. It would be nice to have the remote control, waterproof remote control that we saw on the Jacuzzi brand, but really it's a minor inconvenience. You've got everything you need there. It's telling you what's going on. It's nice and basic. Just flip that back. So yeah, that's it. Works fine. No issues with that. Again, I'm sure this membrane is replaceable as required. Don't know how this is made waterproof. There's obviously a gasket on there. All of the side panels are removable, so you can access pretty much everything on this model. They use a perimeter insulation system rather than cover the whole shell with the expanding foam that's sprayed on. That really leaves you with trouble if you've got a leak. You've got to literally cut out the foam, find the problem, fix it, and then refill it with foam. With this perimeter, what I mean by that is there is insulation actually on the sides here. That also allows the pumps to generate heat, and that can get transferred back into the plumbing with the fully insulated system. I don't think it allows that so much to happen. So yeah, that's just a quick look at the control panel, and I think we'll end it there and then go off and do separate videos for other things like maintenance and stuff like that. Catch you later.